Hello again, my scrapbooking friends. This is Grace, and I'm here with the second layout of my paper strips series here in my YouTube channel as well as in my blog. I'm starting off with a white cardstock and some papers from Hello and their collection of Studio Calico. Um, this layout, or the way I'm going to use the paper strips, is actually inspired by an actual pattern paper that I found from, I believe it's Amy Tangerine's Stitch Line, and I'm going to be linking that up in my blog if you're interested. Anyways, I found some YouTubers, they used that specific paper as background, and I thought I'd do kind of the same treatment with these strips of paper and use it as my background. So here I am, I'm just making sure that all of the papers, the edges align with one another. I am starting off with a white cardstock, and then I'm going to be showing some of that white on the edges and also in between all of those strips. And what I did was I put two papers together where the A side, or the side that I wanted to go on my paper, facing each other, and then I trimmed it off with my paper trimmer so that when I open it up, the seams of those papers line up well with one another. And the thing that really took a long time here is matching or putting together the strip, because every time I moved them, especially when I had lifted it up to trim it so that there will be an edge, so that the white edge of the cardstock will show, and you will see that here every time I moved it, I forget which side I was using, and so I would move things around and forget the placements of it. So I'm thinking that next time if I were to do this again, I'd probably mark my paper strips first with a pencil line, just so I know which one's the front and the back, because they're double-sided, so I can't remember which side I used. And so that's what I'll be doing. I'll mark the front just so I know how it should fall or lay on my page. And so after I'm done messing around with all these paper strips, I'm going to be adhering them with some adhesive, and then I'm going to run some of the edges, or sew a zigzag stitch on some of the edges of this paper just to give it some dimension. And I believe I used a blue thread so that it will match the blues in the layout as well as in my pictures. Speaking of pictures, this layout is documenting my son's second pair of glasses. He needed glasses when he was, I believe, 10. No, 9, I think. He was 9 when we got these glasses, and it wasn't his first one. The first one he lost, and then we went back to the doctor, and the doctor says that he needed glasses again. And so what I did was I had him pick the frame this time, thinking that that would make him be more responsible for his glasses, at the same time willing to wear it, because he didn't want to wear it. And it didn't work. I mean, he would wear it sometimes, but eventually he lost it, and I kind of gave up because I felt like it was wasted money. And he can see, but the problem was that the doctor was worried that he was using one eye more than the other, and so with the glasses she says that it will correct them. So I don't know if it's been corrected now, but yep, he doesn't wear his glasses, and I'm kind of sad about that. But what do you do if your kid doesn't want to wear his glasses? So if you have any tips, leave me a comment and I will try that. So anyways, here is my finished background paper with all of the strips, and I decided I was going to use the vellum kind of to soften up the background so that my pictures would still be the focus of the page, but I'm going to eventually change my mind and just mat my pictures with white cardstock instead of the vellum, because with all of the elements that I'm adding here, these are die cut shapes from Hello My Name Is, which is a Teresa Collins line. Because I'm adding all these elements, the background paper that I've worked so hard on creating just kind of gets washed away. So I'm going to take out the vellum and take out some of these little die cut shapes, and then just stick with 3x4 blocks of journaling cards. I'm going to use one for my title, one for my journaling, and then two for layering, and then just add a few little bits and pieces of die cut shapes. The thing about these die cut shapes from Teresa Collins is they're text heavy, and so I'm trying to be careful not to have too many words there, because then when I add my title and then my journaling, there's just too much text. I think I've mentioned that before in my previous layout about, or previous video about my layout garden harvest, and so I have a hard time with all the text, but I really like them. I like all the words. Here I am adding my title, and the title will spell Hello New Specs, and as you can see I added a 3. I just put it upside down for an E, and then I'm deciding that I'm going to use my little plastic ruler thingy-mabob so that I can straighten out the letters. And I'm going to do the same with these red stickers, which are from Creative Memories. I decided to use red so that it will match the red shirt of my son in the photo. And then I also added the blue papers in the background so that it will also blend well with the blues in my son's glasses. And so here I am deciding that I would replace the vellum with matting my pictures on white cardstock, and this is just plain white cardstock that I get at Walmart. I buy them by the rim. I think they're like $5 for the rim, and I don't remember how many is in a pack, but it's pretty inexpensive, and the weight is manageable. I like it, and I use it mostly for cards, but once in a while I use it to mat my pictures. And as you can see, I trimmed that 4x6 photo. I decided to just trim it with scissors because the blade in my paper trimmer is getting a little dull, and I will change that out, I think, after I finish this layout. So another thing that I probably wouldn't be able to show in this video, because this video will cut off soon, is that after I had sewn some parts of the edges of this zigzag, or I mean diagonal paper trims, I would also add some blue pen lines on some of them just to give them a little bit more oomph, because they are background that they kind of get lost, so I wanted to kind of show them off since I've spent all that time working on it. And as you can see with that title block, I actually added a few more strips of paper on the bottom because my title was a little bit on the top, and so I wanted to balance it out and placed a few more pattern paper strips on the bottom. And then I'm going to be handwriting my journal in that block with the arrows going down on the photo of my son. And then I believe I'm going to add a few sprinkling of mist, I believe, in this layout. I might be wrong. But here I am just handwriting the date. And then, oh yes, I am going to mist it with, oh, I guess I'm just going to splatter them. Oh, and I'm going to mist it too. I forgot what I've done with this layout. But anyways, here is the finished layout, and I hope that you enjoy it. And as always, please come back and view the next layout with paper strips techniques. I'll see ya. Bye.